Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This channel is called Releasing Tundra. This video is mainly about the journey on being single and celibate because I'm on that journey myself. And I've been on it for 10 years. And this channel is about just enjoying the journey, because for a lot of us, we feel like this ain't no enjoyment, because it took me some time to learn to enjoy it. But as I learned and I listened to God, He showed me how to enjoy it. To be honest, it was sometimes that I was not enjoying it, especially in the beginning. Just until just about 2 years ago, I it was rough. So God will allow you to be single. Things you thought that you knew about yourself, you didn't know. You thought you knew. Areas where you thought you were okay, you wasn't okay. Even those friends who told you you were okay and was like, girl or queen, you need to go ahead and find you a man. Girl, you cute. Why you single? Hmm. You'll be a fool to listen to that. How can you go find somebody? First of all, a man's supposed to find you. How are you supposed to go get into a relationship and you ain't even right? Because at the end of the day, you're going to end up you will get into a relationship, believe that. But you're going to end up in a relationship with somebody who ain't even got they self together. But we're so quick to rush because we don't want to be alone, or we just want somebody to take us out, take us to the movies, take us to dinner, or these other places on trips, whatever the case may be. Um, but we need to wait on love. We need to wait. We need to wait and allow God to work on you and also work on that person He has for you. See, I had to learn that in my 10 years of being single. God had to really sit me down and show me all the mistakes I made, all the all the areas where I have been hurt in since childhood. We choose people we choose people in the areas that we're not healed in, but we point the finger at them. We have to be honest with ourselves. You don't have to be honest with nobody, but be honest with yourself. Be honest with God, because He already know. You wonder why is this person acting like this? Well, you chose that person. You chose that person in a place that you weren't ever healed in. You never gave yourself the time to heal in because you was running from person to person, place to place, thing to thing. I'm speaking for myself. I was creating a unhealthy lifestyle for me, myself, also my children. Because see, we think it's all about us, but when we have children, it's about them as well. I had to, on my journey, I went on dates, but a lot of times I told those dates, I'm celibate until marriage. And you know what they told me? Well, you already did it, so why are you concerned about it now? You know why I was concerned about it? Because I had told God back in 2012 that this temple, this body belongs to Him until He decides to give me away to that kingdom man. See, when you tell God something and you mean it, you don't want to break his heart. Because when you break his heart, that's a feeling that you don't want to feel. Um, like I said, I was been on dates, but after a while I stopped going on dates, and I learned to wait. A lot of us think that we have to be in a relationship to have a good time, to be happy. And it took me years to learn that that was not the truth. A lot of us, me again, when those holidays come around like Christmas, Valentine's Day, stuff like that, maybe even your birthday, you feel like you have to be with that significant other to have a wonderful time, and because you envy or you idolize these other relationships that you see when you go to the mall or wherever you might be out, wherever you may be. But that's the only thing you're doing is looking from the outside. You don't know what's really going on. And not to say they may be in a wonderful, godly relationship, but at your preparation, at your time, at your journey that you're in, you don't need to focus on that because that's only going to have you anxious. So I didn't allow myself to focus on those things anymore because I knew that the more I did that, the longer the wait was going to be. Yeah, there were times where I cried out to God and I said, Lord, it's been X amount of years. It's been X amount. Every few years I would say that because in my mind, I thought this Cinderella story or this story that I created of saying, okay, well, by this age, I'll be married and I'll have this or whatever the case may be. But we can't always make the plan that God, we think that God have for us. He has so much of a better plan. The plans we never even thought of. See, being single, it can be a beautiful thing. There's so many things we miss out here because we're so focused on things that aren't ready for us yet. We need to be focused on God and also focus on the areas where he's healing us in and allow that to happen no matter how long that takes. We've hurt ourselves for too long. We talk about the people that hurt us. We hurt our own self for way too long. And that's not, we're we're taking away all the wonderful and great things that God has for us by doing that. We're putting ourselves at a disadvantage. Also, don't listen to people that will say, "Oh, well, you're at this age, and times ain't getting no better, and people ain't getting no better, and it ain't that many good men out there." I remember watching this YouTube video. I can't think of the name of it, but I remember this young lady said, God don't run out of men. And for the men, God don't run out of women. And we talking about women of God and men of God. God will never run out of them because you know why? He created them. When you're ready, they'll be ready. In Songs of Songs, Solomon's Songs of Songs, it reads, love flashes like fire, the brightest kind of flame. Many waters cannot quench love, nor rivers can drown it. If a man tried to buy love with all his wealth, his offer would be utterly scorned. This is the true meaning of how valuable love is. It cannot be bought. Many waters can't even quench it. That was the young woman that was saying that in Songs of Songs. Also, she said, I'm not going to read the entire verse, but this really touched my heart, where she said, promise me, O women of Jerusalem, by the gazelles and wild deer, not to awaken love until the time is right. That's a lot of our problem. We try to awaken love before the time is right. When you do that, it will never last. Even if you try to make it last, you will not be happy and that person won't be happy. It won't last. Allow God to find that love for you. Allow God to awaken that love for you. Because right now, just like the name of my channel, Releasing Tundra, He's trying to release you of all those strongholds that held you, that tried to hold you away from His blessings. Things that you wouldn't even tell your closest friend. Things that you went through. Things that you saw. They kept you away from God's best. But you know what? God said no longer. God said no longer my daughter or my son. Now I have a hold of you. Now you're in my arms. Now you're mine. We look for love, and we think that these people that we're looking for or that comes into our life, these relationships, we think that they're going to bring us the love that God has, well, basically give us the love that God can give us. But none other will be compared to the love He has for us. I remember asking the Lord, this was in my first year of my journey, and I was talking to God about everything, when I just got out of that bad relationship. I said, Lord, I want you to bring me a man, a husband that loves me inside and out, that loves me just unconditionally. You know what the Lord told me? He said it to my spirit. That's how deep it was. He said, nobody will be able to love you the way I love you. No man will be able to love you the way I love you. Nobody. And I had to sit there because that thing touched me so deeply. It touched my spirit. And I said, Lord, I know I'm not perfect, but I'm just enough perfect for you. And I'm so grateful that I belong to a Father like you. See, people, we don't know the true meaning of love. We have to rest in our Father and let Him and allow Him to show us what love is. Love is not a relationship. Love is not things that you buy for yourself. Love is not within the people that's building you up for all the wrong things. Love is something you will literally have to take time to understand. I wanted to make this video because I know there's some people out there who's been single for a long time. I know people that has been single for a long time. Some less than me, single and celibate, I'm sorry. Some less than me, some longer than me. And a lot of you are just waiting on it to come, and you're not enjoying the journey. But know that your temple is beautiful to God. He honors your temple. He thinks so much of your temple. It's just such a beautiful vessel to him. It's a kingdom vessel. That's why we have to honor this temple. Do not allow people to defile it. If it's not your husband or your wife, do not allow people to defile this temple. It hurts God. So I pray that you got something out of this video. I pray that you are allowing God to release those things in your life that only He can release. And I pray that you'll join me for another video. I'm sorry if this video wasn't a happy video, but this video is to reach people that have been hurting, and people that are ready to be healed. People who are ready to let go of those old things. Let go of them old clothes and let go of those old friends. It's time for people that's ready to get on that new journey and walk on that new road. And stop going in that same direction, because that direction always gonna take you longer. Start going in a new direction, the direction of the Holy One, of the Mighty One. Okay? So I love you, love yourself, and love Him always. Bye-bye.